All right. We're not going to play really anything in the intro today because we're going to be taking a look at Smell of the Game. Wow, look at that. 3 different videos filmed on the same day. It's kind of weird like that, huh? Anyway, you could probably see it in the reflection of the guitar that we're going to be playing. We're going to be playing along to, or kind of just listening to Smell of the Game. We've heard this song a billion times. It got This was the song to advertise Strive, and I think it's appropriate that we go ahead and take a look at it anyway. I already know the tuning because after I heard the song, I kept trying to figure out what it was, and it reminds me a lot of Heavy Day, which I played just at the beginning. You know, it's in drop C. So, for those of you who don't know, Guitar 101 for tuning is that we're in what's called drop C. So there's a thing called drop D, which I mentioned before, which is we take our standard E, A, D, G, B, E, you know, starting from low E to high E, and we drop the low E down to a D, which is the 3rd string down. This is essentially the same thing, except we've dropped the whole guitar down a whole step, so it's in D standard, which I've already said before in other videos where I've played songs that are in D, is that it is just a, you take it and you drop all the notes down a whole step, and there you go, you got D. And then you take the bottom string and you do the same thing, you just go, so you're making it match this note, which is now a C. And there you go, you got drop C. So, quick little lesson tip thing for you guys who don't know guitar tuning. That's just the quick and dirty of it. So this is just the notes. Right? All right. So now that we got that out of the way, I did listen to this song a lot. This was one of those songs that we couldn't get it out of our heads because they always played it, right? It always got played, and yeah, so let's go ahead and let's get right into it, right? Okay, so we're going to stop it right there. So the first thing he does is what's called a pick scrape or pick slide, and basically what you're doing is, I'm not going to do it because these are coated guitar strings and I will ruin the coating on these things, and I do not want to change strings just to demonstrate what a pick slide is. You know what? I can demonstrate what it is. Let me just grab a different guitar. All right, so on this guitar, because the strings are Optawebs, they're not really coated or anything, or they're coating I don't really care too much about. So pick scrape is basically where you take the pick and you run it across the strings. I feel like that guitar is going to fall over, but anyway, I'm just going to demonstrate. You take it and you just... That's how you get that sound. I'm not much of a pick scrape guy, so it's not really my thing, so that's why I don't really do it. That's why I play polyweb strings. They're coated, and I don't really care about pick scraping. It's not my thing. I instead do this. Right? Very cool. But yeah, that's what pick scraping is. That's what he does at the beginning, just so you guys know. But yeah, no, that's what he's doing. He's doing a pick scrape, and then the riff is basically it's... And okay, so that other thing that he's doing is what's called an artificial harmonic. We've got natural harmonics, which are on like the 5th, 7th, 12th, 15th, 17th, and then like 24th fret. So these are natural. So when you just lightly have your finger floating above the string, you're barely touching it. You produce that sound. An artificial harmonic, or a pinch harmonic, excuse me, this is also artificial, is where you're taking the fleshy bit of your thumb and just grazing the string once you hit it with the pick. So it sounds like this. Right? The Zakk Wylde special. And then we have what's going on here, which is the other Zakk Wylde special of artificial harmonic, which is we're doing this same concept, but we're doing it up here. So we're doing like what we would do with an artificial harmonic. We're touching the fret, we're touching the string above the fret, and then we're pressing into it. So he's doing a... He could also be doing the other kind of harmonic if you want to do it this way, whichever's easier. But that's basically what he's doing. And then the second time around, he does the God, this thing just loves to not. This thing just loves to disconnect on me. Okay. Right? So let's back it up a little bit. And then that last part is... Right? It's a little run, it's a little bit hard. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of those. You're going to get a lot of little licks and stuff, and it's really cool. So that's what I really like about this song, is that there's a lot of little runs like that throughout the whole thing. Okay, so that next part. And that's how you play that part. Okay, so this is why I say it reminds me of Heavy Day a lot, is because he does a lot of the same kind of things that you hear in Heavy Day, which is a... Right? So he's doing a... So let's back it up. All right. It's something like that. And then it repeats it again. And then I love this part. It'd be right before the bullshit blazing. I love this riff that he plays right before it gets to the bullshit blazing, because it really reminds me of what you would hear from like Death Clock, right? So the riff, it's right? That is, and the best part is that we're in drop C, which is typically it's like B or C standard is usually what Death Clock will play in. I think they've played in B before. If you know what Death Clock is, it's the band that Brendan Smalls made with Metalocalypse. But it's a very like Death Clocky. Right? That's why I love that riff. And then we get into the bullshit blazing. So let's back it up. Yeah, and then we've got that, which is right, another little riff. Right, and it ends again, and then we're back to the main riff. And then it's a little bit different this time around. So that's the other part that's a little bit different is and now we're into this part, which is also new. So it's a little bit different than what's normal. You're doing a right, you're taking it down about like to like halftime. The guitars are playing it slower. They're not playing the right, they're not playing that part at full speed. They're changing it up a little bit, but then it goes back into kind of a normal riff. And then we're back to the death. This is why I say it sounds like death clock. Can we back that up? Right? It's so cool sounding. It's such a cool little riff. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then the guitars that are going on. I love the little lead guitar that's going on under the bullshit blazing part, because he's doing, what is it? It's right? There's a lot of little cool guitar stuff going on here. It's a lot of the guitar when he's doing this. Right? There's a lot of cool stuff going on. Then we get into this big, euphoric chord. It just sounds so good. Just the mood changes all of a sudden. And now we got the solo. Yep. Another banger of a solo. He's a fantastic guitar player. It's like call and response, right? When you're listening to it, there's a lot of things that the guitar player is playing. There's two different guitars that are playing, there's two different leads. One of them is doing something, the other guitar is kind of responding. So that's why I call it call and response, is that he's playing something and then the other guitar player is playing something afterwards. If you want to listen to it, it's right here. After this double bend stuff, it goes into this harmony thing and it sounds like it's call and response. Yeah. The two guitars are doing separate stuff, but it mixes together really well. And then they come back and harmonize. And now we got what's one of the best parts of the song. The Bohemian Rhapsody part. This is the highlight of the song. This is the absolute best part of Smell of the Game. Everything is just building up. And then we're back to the heavy. Right? We're back to the mosh pit shit. Let's back it up to that part, because this part I love. Like, then we're back to the heavy. Yeah. And then it's the blazing part, but they cut out the guitars at the beginning. And then the guitars come back in. Yeah. And then the guitar's in the background, the lead's doing crazy stuff while we got riffs and everything's coming together. That's the best part about the ending, the last, was it like couple minutes? Is that all the concepts that we have in the beginning are building up to this last part, and then it's gonna... So, what I love about, like I said, what I love about the ending is that you have all of the things that were building up at the very beginning of the song all coming together in like the last minute and a half, 2 minutes. Like the last half of the song is that release. You're building up all these cool riffs, you're building up the, you know, right? You have all these cool riffs that are going on. And then at the very end, it completely changes. You've got this really cool Queen part, and it has this very big chord, euphoric, like, I guess universal will, if we're going to put it into Guilty Gear terms, kind of feeling. And then we go to, and then after that, it just brings back the old riffs, but it changes them up a little bit. So you're getting like... The bullshit blazing part is different. It brings in different chord. The chords are, I'd say, similar, but they're being played different. You've got the guitar, you got the lead guitar that's kind of buried under the mix a little bit, that's playing this crazy shit, right? And then it just all comes together and it ends in the last bit, right? And then it ends on that. Oh, I really need to stop having autoplay on so it doesn't skip the song. But and then it ends on a and it just ends like that. This song is super good. Like, Daisuke did a really fantastic job along with everybody else. Naoki, the whole band, they all did a fantastic job when they made this song because they wrote a very catchy metal song that was gonna get people to sing along to it. Every time Smell of the Game came on at like Arc Revo or any event where there was a live audience, people were singing along to the song. I was there at Arc Revo. I remember that it was loud as shit. The entire group, the entire room singing Smell of the Game. And yeah, like he accomplished his job. He wrote a kick-ass song that everybody is going to sing along to, which is kind of like, this is what a lot of bands, they don't necessarily write to have people sing along to it. But when that song comes along and people start singing the lyrics and, you know, they know the lyrics, they're singing along, they're trying to match the pitch of the singer. It's one of those really, really feels good, man. Feels when everybody in an arena or in an event is singing along to your song. And that's what Daisuke did. And I'm sure that he's very proud of this song. I'd be, if I wrote something like this and everybody was singing along to it, I'd be very proud. Very happy that people are singing like that, that everybody memorized the lyrics. They all want to sing along to it while the chorus and all that shit is playing. But yeah, no, this is definitely, it's definitely one of the best songs that he's written for an opening, at least. Like, all of the openings that he's done with Naoki are just phenomenal songs. Heavy Day is great. Break a Spell is probably my favorite. And like, yeah, Smell of the Game in its full context is just a really good song. He brings you on all these different little trips, right? He's got you going to the Queen section. He's got you in the mosh pit section. He's got you going all over the place. So yeah, this soundtrack bleeds money, but yeah, he definitely picked the right musicians for this soundtrack, because yeah, Smell of the Game did its job. There's a reason why there's so many people who listen to Smell of the Game and why people know Smell of the Game, and it's because it's such a good song. This was the perfect song to advertise Tribe with. And yeah, no, that's pretty much it. There's just a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of really intricate stuff too. And you know, I'd have to sit down and really learn it just to get everything. That was just me noodling around, as well as just having listened to this song so many damn times that I generally know what's going on. But all the little leads that were going on, I don't really know too well. But yeah, it's a great song. I know that there's 2 other songs left on this Drive soundtrack, but we will be moving on to something else. And I'll be doing those ones, you know, here and there. But I think that's it for today. Thank you for stopping by and watching me look at or listen and kind of break down Smell of the Game as best I could. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, take care.